Last time on Joey's Garage, I started my review of Motomedic Motoflush. On my small scooter engine, I found the results to be inconclusive, so I brought my truck in the garage next to continue the flushing. So let's head back now and continue my epic quest for motor cleanliness.
Welcome everyone, I'm Joey and this is my garage. Welcome everybody to this week's episode of Joey's Garage. Today is going to be part 2 of my product testing of Motomedic's Motoflush. If you haven't seen part 1, I should have a link to the episode about right here. So if you want to watch part 1 before you watch part 2, go ahead and click on the link and then come on back. And if not, I'll have a link at the end of the episode. So on part 1, I tested out with a 150cc scooter engine, but I wasn't too happy with the results. But I'm guessing it was because it's a newer engine and it just didn't have that sludge and varnish buildup that older engines have. So to fix that, I brought in my 2007 F-150 truck. It's a V8, it has about 80,000 miles on it, and I change the oil regularly as I can. I actually run about 2,000 miles per year, so I change it every cold season once the winter comes around. So today, I'm going to actually try the same thing. I'll change the oil first and make sure I have fresh oil in it. Then the Motomedic Motoflush is going to go in. I'll run it just as the directions say, change it out, and run new engine in it again, or oil in it again, and see the results. So the first step of my testing is I'm going to let the engine run for about 5 minutes. That's what the directions say on the Motomedic Motoflush, so I'm guessing I want to get it heated up and make sure everything gets circulated. Then I'll shut it off, do an oil change without the flush in it, put in the new engine, and then flush it again. So first off, let's fire this up. As you can see on the truck, it has about 80,000 miles on it, and it's been about 2,000 miles since my last oil change. Alright, so it's been 5 minutes. Its engine oil should be pretty warmed up by now. So next I'll get it under the truck, and I'll change the oil just as normal without using the Motomedic Motoflush. Alright, so with my truck, it's going to be a 16 millimeter ratchet, and I'll just loosen this up right here. I already started it since I'm doing it one-handed, and I'll let it run into my oil pan. Oh, it's tight on it. Oh. There it goes. And we'll see if for this test, I'm going to see if I can try and collect some. It's going to be hard doing one-handed. Alright. There we go. Try not to spill that. Oh. Now I'm going to let it drain. I'll go ahead and loosen the fill cap on the top to make sure it drains and we don't have a vacuum on it. And that way it should drain a little bit faster. Now that the oil has been changed, the next step is I'm going to add in the Motomedic Motoflush and 6 quarts of Rotella engine oil. Now I'll have fresh oil in my truck and I'll run it for the 5 minutes as directed, and we'll see what kind of sludge, what kind of buildup, what can I get out of it. Now that I have fresh engine oil in the engine, I checked underneath, I don't have any leaks, and I also have the motor flush in. So I'm going to run the engine for 5 minutes as the directions state, and I'm going to see what I can get out of it. So here we go. So it's been 5 minutes with the motor flush in the engine, and I think it's done its job, or I hope it has, but we're going to see. So I'm back under the truck right now, and I'm going to loosen up the bolt for the oil drain, and we're going to see what we have. Let's see if I can do this one-handed, and I'll see if I can catch what's coming out. There we go. So this is going to be the fresh oil with 5 minutes of motor flush running through it. Same thing, I'll catch a little bit, do a comparison, and I'll let it drain. So now with that third and last oil change finished, I can come back with the results. And I'm very happy and surprised at what I found. So I'll put them up right now. On the very left is the beginning oil change. That was a 2,000 miles that lasted about all year. The next in the middle is going to be the oil that should be brand new. That's how it looks without using at all. And then on the right is going to be the oil that I ran for 5 minutes with the motor engine flush, and it's surprising. Look at it, it's black as night. So I don't know what to say. I'm going to use it every time now. I've used it before. I use it every 3 or 4 times, but now I'll use it every time when I change my truck, and hopefully I'll bring a little bit back more life into it. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was something I did by myself. I'd like to say I'm not a paid advertisement. I'm not getting paid for this. This is a product I like to use, and I use very often, and I figured let's see what it does. So if you like the video, subscribe, like, whatever. If you don't, okay. So with that, stay safe and keep 2 wheels on the road.